97.3.
We play only the classics.
Songs to die for.
I'll keep holding. Home of the biggest hits.
Keep it right here.
Keep it right here. Keep it 973. You're listening to The Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Classic FM studios in Lagos, it's The Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN.
One Monday morning, Alona Free Readers Association, I shift to one side of bag. You don't go buy paper, you don't go one let people go buy zero.
I don't tell you. You don't see him.
Bonus for life, man.
Oh boy. Hey, stop. I said stop. Go back that page. MTN 2,000% bonus.
Wow. Sure, you're not wrong.
2,000% bonus if I begin use my MTN SIM again. Oh boy, come on for.
Yes, so if you never use your MTN SIM for the past 45 days or more, the time don't reach to come back again to enjoy Obonge Awoof. Just go recharge your SIM now and enjoy 2,000% bonus on top your first recharge every month. Now you say if you recharge 100 naira, MTN goes summer you 2,000 naira fiam. Oh yeah, Abi you still the wait. If you not fit find your MTN SIM, no wahala. Just go the nearest MTN shop, go to SIM swap and enjoy 2,000% bonus. Terms and conditions they shall.
Banking shouldn't be hard, and we agree. With a Diamond Yellow account, all you have to do is dial *710# to start banking even without the internet. Whether you want to transfer money to any bank account, pay bills, request debit cards, buy airtime, withdraw, or deposit money, just dial *710#. Hey, don't just take our word for it. Dial *710# to start banking at your convenience and without hassle. This feature is available to all mobile phones. It's banking made simple. For inquiries and support, please call 0700 300 0000 or call 118 toll-free on MTN or visit Diamond Bank branches, MTN walk-in centers, and agent locations.
One Monday morning, Alona Free Readers Association, I shift to one side of bag. You don't go buy paper, you don't go one let people go buy zero.
I don't tell you. You don't see him.
Bonus for life, man.
Oh boy. Hey, stop. I said stop. Go back that page. MTN 2,000% bonus. Wow.
Sure, you're not wrong.
2,000% bonus if I begin use my MTN SIM again. Oh boy, come on for.
Yes, so if you never use your MTN SIM for the past 45 days or more, the time don't reach to come back again to enjoy Obonge Awoof. Just go recharge your SIM now and enjoy 2,000% bonus on top your first recharge every month. Now you say if you recharge 100 naira, MTN goes summer you 2,000 naira fiam. Oh yeah, Abi you still the wait. If you not fit find your MTN SIM, no wahala. Just go the nearest MTN shop, go to SIM swap and enjoy 2,000% bonus. Terms and conditions they shall.
You're listening to The Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome to The Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN. And of course, since you tuned the dial yourself, you know that you're on Classic FM 97.3. Right. Today I have three guests in the studio, but one is especially special. Okay. I have with me Ufuoma Odiete, who is an immigration advisor, and she, along with I haven't gotten his name yet. Introduce yourself.
Antonio Ukbabi.
And he is a travel consultant, right?
Yes.
You work for a travel agency.
Yes, I work for a travel agency.
You name it, I give you a bill. You say one word and I give you a bill of where you work. But so that you won't look as if you're a phantom or whatever, where do you work?
I work with Toll Brokers International.
Toll Brokers International.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. No address.
Not at all.
Now, sometime last week, I had a visitor here, I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday, I had a visitor had gone, and they said that I had a visitor who said he must see Jimi Disu. And he came, all the things that I've said that he could remember, he said. And the visitor then was 5-year-old Evan Chateau. So today he said, we agreed that he's going to be here and work with me. Evans, how are you?
Fine.
Fine. Say hello to everybody at home.
Hello.
Hello. Mm-hmm. You listen to my program every morning?
Yes.
What are the things that I say?
Like you say, this is Classic FM 97.3.
Yeah.
You used to say that.
What else do I say?
And you said that's the news.
Well, what else do I say that makes you very happy?
I can a little bit remember,
Like what? But you remember the MTN commercial we played just now. Can you sing it? Can you say a little bit of it? Go on, try. Go on, don't be shy. Come on. Oh, you want to say it in French?
Oh, no. I don't know what to say in French.
That is it in French. Evans Chateau is a Frenchman, and he's in the international school, the American International School here. His dad is also here. His brother is here. It's nice to have them. So he's going to work with me today. Right, we're going to talk principally about Evans. We're going to talk about football. Okay. The World Cup is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The World Cup is coming up, and it's going to come up in Russia. Do you watch football?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch football. Okay. So it's going to come up in Russia. So what we're going to discuss today is, if you want to go to the World Cup, how do you end up going? And my thinking was this, is that, look, if anybody intends to go to the World Cup, at least he must be preparing now, because when is it? It's in June.
It's in June.
Yes. And the preparation would take about how long?
I'd advise people to start now. They're running late.
Yes. They're running late. Yes. Okay. But before I do that, I want to say a few things about things that happened last week. I understand Vision Scope, and there is some news that the government has some agreement with this Vision Scope and the PSP operators. Some PSP operators are saying no. Part of what I think I saw as the agreement was that the PSP operators would become more or less agents to Vision Scope. And some of the PSP operators are saying that maybe some of them have compromised and so on and so forth. What my simple reasoning tells me is that the Lagos State government needs to know that the Vision Scope arrangement has failed. I know because of pride and probably some agreements, you find it difficult to go back to status quo, but that is something you have to bear. You cannot have an agreement with a foreign company and come and make Nigerian companies subservient to them. If your arrangement with them is not working, kick them out. Or find some other arrangement for them, so that, like I usually say, they too can find something to eat. What will work is to go back to status quo. And I hope this is the last time that the government would treat Nigerian entrepreneurs with such disdain. It's very, very unfortunate. With the things we do to our own people, you kick them out, you want to run their business down, bring in this so-called foreign company that is in some kind is mysterious, whatever. I'm not interested in that. What I think is, and what I suggest is, could you please go back to status quo? Last week I also there was a story about the police wanting to arrest Dino, right? Dino Melai. And apparently, according to that story, if it is true, according to that story, he was given cover by some vigilantes and the Senate president. I got a few reactions talking about the legality or the otherwise of the police action. I'm not interested in the legal aspect of things. I'm not a lawyer. And I know that people always hide under this legal thing to do. What I know is that the police appeared, wanted to arrest the senator, and the Senate president provided cover for him. And the man was wanted for supposed criminal reasons. He's been suspected as having been involved in criminal activity. Even if according to some lawyers who said, unless they have this and they have that, whatever it was, the Senate president could have done two things, because Dino is his pally. He could have told him not to come. That, you have this mess going on, don't come. Or he could have told him, go answer these people. We'll sort it out later. But for you to provide cover with the vigilante, if the police hadn't shown some maturity there, they have a right to have engaged the vigilante because we are disturbing the cause of justice. So all the lawyers who send me all kinds of funny things and these are the things that mess up our country. We see the truth and then we hide under some law or some whatever it is. The fact is he was going to be arrested by the police. He had been declared wanted by the police for being, suspected of being involved in criminal activity, and he jolly well should just have gone to the police with his lawyers. He would have been granted bail in self-recognizance anyway. And he will have his day in court. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If other people can be arrested, why can't he? So that's my reaction to those two things. And today is Catholic Mother's Day. I don't know that we had. Do you know that today is Catholic Mother's Day?
Yes, I do.
It's for Catholics only.
Well, anybody can participate.
I'm going to say congratulations to all the Catholic women. I'm going to say happy Catholic Mother's Day to Mama Alero of Surulere, who always has a sumptuous meal ready anytime we visit. So to Mommy, happy Mother's Day. Right, straight to football. Now tell me, I want to go to the World Cup. What do I do?
Very, very, very easy. I mean, the Russians have made it pretty easy now for people to go and attend the World Cup because you do not need to apply for a visa as you know it. Which means that you don't have to drop your passports in the embassy and pay the particular fee and wait till a decision has been made.
You don't need to go and queue overnight.
No, you don't have to queue overnight. You don't even need to pray and fast over it like we usually will do. So what you need to do is to buy a ticket. So what they've done now is that once you're able to buy a ticket for a match, you can apply for a fan ID. And
not a visa. It's called a fan ID.
Yes, and it's free to apply. So
they don't even have to consult you.
They don't have to consult me. Not really,
but you don't mind if they do.
Well, I don't mind if they do, at least to put them right. But really though, you can actually go and pay for your ticket and apply for a fan ID. Once you apply for the fan ID and it is approved, it will be, they have pickup locations where you can get it over a period of time, and you can actually use that to enter Russia. It gives you multiple entry into Russia from the 4th of June till the middle of July, 25th of July.
Yeah, 10 days
so
after.
you can go in and come out. Yes, multiple times. So you can say, okay, I want to watch the first Nigerian match, and I want to come back again if they qualify for the semi-finals, and you can do that with your fan ID. So that's like your visa. And the beautiful thing about the fan ID again is that it allows you to enter free transportation. So because matches are played in different locations, so from a particular location to the next match, for example, if your accommodation is in a particular location and you want to go to the next match, you can actually enter. There's some trains they have provided which they call additional trains. If you look at the schedule, you can use your fan ID to actually go to those places. Okay,
but how do I then, after I've gotten the visa, how do I get to Russia? Tell me. Now don't say that they should come and meet you. Just give us an idea, because there's no direct flight between here and Russia.
Yes, you can fly Emirates Airlines, or you have Qatar options, or you have Etihad options, and then you have also Lufthansa. But for the packages we have, the Emirates is the best option because of the connecting time.
What's
to get
the connecting
to Russia.
Time like?
You spend about 17 hours to get to Russia. And then you transit Dubai.
Dubai
is about 7 hours. And then you spend
Dubai is about how long?
Is also 7 hours. So you have like 3 hours. No, you have 3 hours in between.
In between?
Yes.
And then another 4 hours.
Yes. So you get another 7 hours. So you get to the total flight time is about 17.
You'll be half dead by the time you get there.
Well,
based on the costs, the fastest is Lufthansa. It's about 10 hours. But, the World Cup packages and flights are selling very, very fast. So, as at yesterday, the cost for Lufthansa is over 800,000.
Ha! And you were saying 2 matches that you go and come back and go.
Well,
but there are some
businessmen, yes, businessmen.
That 800,000, I'm sure, is business class, or is it economic?
No, it's economic class. That's based on what is available on the system now.
Wow.
So, this is why I said they are late. Well, not late, but they are getting late.
Wait, what is the cheapest ticket?
For the cheapest tickets or the cheapest flight ticket?
Cheapest flight ticket, yes.
That's cheapest flight ticket now is about 485,000.
485,000.
Yes. As at today, that's the cheapest ticket to the Russian match.
Cedric, you know about football, don't you? Do you want to go to Russia to watch football? He's not saying anything. Huh? Do you want to go to Russia to watch football?
Yes.
Will you go with me?
Okay.
The two of us, I'll take you on a holiday, okay? We'll go watch football.
Okay.
Right? France is going to play, you know. Do you think they'll win?
Yes.
You think France will win?
Yes.
If France was going to play with Nigeria, who do you think will win?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Were you born here? Where were you born? Where were you born? Morocco.
In Marrakesh.
In Marrakesh, in Morocco. But if France meets Nigeria, France will win. Nigeria will win. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have that. So the cheapest ticket now is
485,000.
85,000.
Yes.
What about hotel?
It comes as a total package. But you could get.
You could have said that now.
It comes as a total package. We have people who request for just one match. The most match people request for is the Nigerian Argentina. Yeah, we have those who do. There's the follow your team, so you can watch the 3 matches, and there are packages where you fly from here on the 14th and you get to Moscow on the 15th, and you stay in Moscow, and then there's interstate flights from Moscow to Kaliningrad and Moscow.
Is that one free?
It's imputed in the costs. The total cost.
So is the total cost, does it include hotel?
Yes, it includes hotel.
Does it include breakfast?
Includes breakfast, includes your fan ID, includes your match ticket. It also includes airport pickup transfer, and then
and all that is just 400k.
No, not flight alone. Flight alone.
Okay. Let's get a clear this thing about Are you? How much is a total package as of today? How much is a total package? Do you have total packages?
Yeah, we do.
How much is a total package? You don't know.
No, I do.
But he's afraid to say.
It's a bit. Not for everybody.
No,
some people it's okay. It's about 3 million plus. It's about 3 million plus. No, but then it includes everything. It includes your flight ticket on Emirates Airlines from here to Moscow and back.
What level? Economy?
It's an economy class. Although we have those who requested for business class, it's about 4 million plus for those who requested for business class. Then it includes the fan ID, includes your match tickets, includes a chartered flight from Moscow to Volgograd, where Nigeria is going to play the 3 cities and back to Moscow. There's also a city tour in each city, and then your match tickets and hospitality ticket. Also, there are going to be meals before and after the match, and you're going to see the city, and then your return ticket back to Lagos. So,
and all I need to do is write a check of how much.
Or you need to write a check of 3 million and above, and then we'll get you
all
that.
Which one is above again? Marketing people have this trick that they play. They say 3,999,99 kobo.
Right.
Wow. So I wonder how the fan club is going to handle that.
Well, not to spoil your market or anything, but just to advise people as well that look, you can itemize it. That's the truth. And it depends on how, because I don't want to scare people from trying to go to the Russia if you don't have 3 million. You can actually itemize it. You can buy your tickets.
Yes.
You can pay for your. You
look for a hotel.
You can pay for your match ticket. You look for a hotel. The truth of the matter
that could be dangerous, though.
Well,
that could if you are not part of a package and you want to scout for a hotel.
There are some hotels that the FIFA website recommends. Well, allows you to search. When you search on the website, you can get some information.
I've been to Olympics once, and I do know that some people who booked certain hotels, I won't mention the country. Some people who booked certain hotels got there and they were ready to, give them back the money to say sorry.
And again, what you can do,
then you'll be stranded.
You can even talk to them too, to NDPC, because what they can do for you, because I've seen their site, and what they can do for you is to provide you with accommodation. So if you say, I don't want your flight, I don't want your chartered airline, I don't want your transportation or your feeding, I'll take care of my feeding myself. But you know what, give me accommodation. I'm sure they can find a way to make sure that you can get accommodation.
Are you saying or you are asking?
No, I saw it on their site.
We have it. Yeah,
unfortunately, I can't announce your site because there's a woman, there's one madam in this place. Her birthday is on Monday. If you mention anything, you will get a check. By the way, my birthday is on Monday.
I know, Jimi. They are waiting for our pre-birthday something.
There's one in the car waiting for me. Okay, I mean, so do you think, what has the response been like?
It's been positive.
What do you mean positive? That they like it or they are paying?
Yeah, people have actually keyed into it. A lot of people are patriotic and they would travel.
Can you use Can you use simple street language? They don't pay.
Yes, sir. Some people don't pay.
You can key in and not pay.
No, some people don't pay.
You can do book me down and say, but. Surely some of these top packages people, surely you'll be doing some instrumental payment arrangement.
Yes, we can.
Or you must put everything down. Bam.
No, we can. We do that, but you pay about 50% of the total amount.
Can you do book me down? I pay you the rest when I come back. No, it's a possibility.
We could
in Europe. You would have.
It depends on the package.
It is because of the way we do our things. Here in Europe, easily you would get some kind of credit. Am I right?
No, we do it in Nigeria also.
No, I have. My friend's dad is here, so he's gonna answer. In Europe, we do have a package that makes you pay like over a year. You can get some credit on a package store like this.
Yeah, of course, you can get some credit, and it gives you facility to have access to different services.
Yes. Are you going to go for the World Cup?
Not this year.
Not this year. Evans wants to go, so what's going to happen?
Uncle Jimi will follow you.
I'll take him. But who? Does your daddy have 3 million to give me?
I could go with my brother.
You could go with. Is your brother going?
If he says so.
If he says so.
I think so. You want to go to see match.
Okay, so that 3 million is tough. I wonder how the Nigerian supporters club are going to handle all this. They probably get some sponsors.
I still think they will also get sponsors, and I still think that they too will be able to go there and look for appropriate accommodation. I mean, it's about getting your logistics right. If they can, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with them investing a little bit of money to go there. Look for the appropriate accommodation. Speak to people that are already there on ground, the organizers of the World Cup.
I'm up for sponsorship. Maybe now is the time for me to endorse one of these politicians.
And sponsorship is all.
I just say that, look, okay, if you know you want me to endorse you, can you provide
3 billion per person?
But it's way out of what we can. What do you think the country could do to can't like a Nigerian airline organize a straight chartered flight to Russia to bring down the cost? Is that possible?
What?
Yes, it's possible.
Is it likely?
But most likely, it depends on the either the government or the private sector, because there's no direct flight from here to Moscow unless there's a chartered flight. Yeah, so and we've had situations where people already have their ticket. Like there's this Coca-Cola going on where people win match tickets. So we can actually break it down for you depending on what it was. Some people have actually called and said that we have our match tickets, all we need is accommodation. And since the fan ID can actually take you by train to the next city, they now said, okay, we don't even want your chartered flight. So it all depends on what.
But I am sure that there must be some maybe you would know, there must be some tall, a company like yours who would say, look, we are going to have to bring down the cost. We are going to have on the day Nigeria is going to play, we are going to take a straight chartered flight from here straight to where the venue, 1 night accommodation, and you hop on the plane and come back.
Yes.
Is that going to happen?
But the problem is, when you charter those flights, you actually pay down almost 50%, more than 50%.
Well, that would be it would be the business of the operator, but you could gamble and say, well, maybe I can sell 300 and something seats, because if you did a chartered flight straight to Russia and back, maybe the flight would be about 250 thereabout, and then 1 night hotel, you know, and then you come back.
But I'm not sure. Okay, and you come. But the thing is that I don't think that the flight itself is the biggest issue. What I think, I don't know, maybe you correct me, is the intercity travel, because the flight itself is 400,000. 400,000 in 3 million still leaves you with 2.6 million. So I really think that I don't think the flight is
maybe it's the
much.
accommodation.
I think it's the accommodation
the ground,
and then
the ground services also.
Are there no YMCA hostels that one can share a room or something? Okay, this is the, I have to take a break now. Before I want to go, I'm going for the World Cup, but for me to go, I need to take this break so that MTN will pay me as who knows, MTN might sponsor me.
Exactly, Uncle Jimi.
Yeah, this is the way these things happen. No, but it's easier for me. It's easier for me. You want to follow me?
Yes, now.
No. I don't want to share a room with you.
I'll take your accommodation.
I don't want to share a room with you. No. Okay. We'll take a short break now, and then we'll be right back.
Banking shouldn't be hard, and we agree. With a Diamond Yellow account, all you have to do is dial *710# to start banking even without the internet. Whether you want to transfer money to any bank account, pay bills, request debit cards, buy airtime, withdraw, or deposit money, just dial *710#. Hey, don't just take our word for it. Dial *710# to start banking at your convenience and without hassle. This feature is available to all mobile phones. It's banking made simple. For inquiries and support, please call 0700 300 0000 or call 118 toll-free on MTN or visit Diamond Bank branches, MTN walk-in centers, and agent locations.
One Monday morning, all on a free readers association, now shift to one side, I beg. You don't go buy paper, you don't go one let people go buy zero. I beg, move.
I don't tell you. You don't see him.
Bonus for life, man.
Oh boy. Hey, stop. I said stop. Go back that page. MTN 2,000% bonus. Wow.
Sure, you're not wrong.
2,000% bonus if I begin use my MTN SIM again. Oh boy, come on for road.
Yes, so if you never use your MTN SIM for the past 45 days or more, the time don't reach to come back again to enjoy Obonge Awoof. Just go recharge your SIM now and enjoy 2,000% bonus on top your first recharge every month. Now if you say, if you recharge 100 naira, MTN go summer you 2,000 naira fiat. Oh yeah, I'll be you still the wait. If you not fit find your MTN SIM, no wahala. Just go to the nearest MTN shop, go to SIM swap and enjoy 2,000% bonus. Tips and conditions they shall.
Banking shouldn't be hard, and we agree. With a Diamond Yellow account, all you have to do is dial *710# to start banking even without the internet. Whether you want to transfer money to any bank account, pay bills, request debit cards, buy airtime, withdraw, or deposit money, just dial *710#. Hey, don't just take our word for it. Dial *710# to start banking at your convenience and without hassle. This feature is available to all mobile phones. It's banking made simple. For inquiries and support, please call 0700 300 0000 or call 118 toll-free on MTN or visit Diamond Bank branches, MTN walk-in centers, and agent locations.
You're listening to The Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN.
Well, you're welcome back. You're welcome back to The Discourse with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN, and this is Classic FM 97.3. Maybe now, since Monday I don't work, now's the time for me to wish the Madam Amira Okoye, the woman with the red car, a happy birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh,
we are twins. We weren't born on the same day, but we were born on the same day, but not at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know how do I put it now. We both share a birthday, 9th of April.
Same year?
No, not same year. So, but we're still twins. You know, sometimes you can have one child and then many years later, the second one comes up. But we look alike a bit.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You're far from it.
If you tell her that I said she looks like me, she'll be very happy. Anyway, happy birthday in advance, Amira. And I say happy birthday to myself. I'm like
happy birthday to you,
the lizard who fell down from a Iroko tree and said if nobody congratulates him, he will congratulate himself.
But he wished you happy birthday.
I didn't hear his own. Enough sweet.
I wish you happy birthday, sir.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question. This is very important because this concerns immigration. Let me first of all tell you a story. I think I told this story once. I had this friend, there was an electrician called Nuru. He was in Fadei. And one day he came and said, Eza, what did you me? 350 He wanted me, he said he'd been duped of somebody took 350,000 naira from him to get a UK visa, and the person disappeared. And I asked him, I said, Nuru, what were you going to do in the UK anyway? When you get there, what are you going to do? My fine way, meaning. Now, the question I'm asking is, from an immigration perspective, is Russia the kind of country where you can flout their immigration laws and disappear into the crowd?
Not at all. I don't even know how to say it. Like I was trying to say it very so that it's very clear.
No, say it's the language that everybody will understand.
No way.
No way. No. It's not the UK and it's not France.
It is not UK and it's not France. And
it's not even
US.
Germany. Yes.
Russia is not the place you want to even be seen walking about without your documents. So it means that everywhere you go, and it is stated there when you're getting your fan ID, you must carry it everywhere you go, and you should also carry your passport. I know people worry about being stolen and all
and
that.
And being mugged and stuff like that.
But try and put it in a place that you can keep it, because your fan
Can I
ID,
go around with a photocopy?
Well,
I
would not advise you.
If
you don't want
to go to Jori.
Exactly. So try and keep it in a place where you know that they cannot mug you, and carry your fan ID.
There's only one place you can keep it where they don't mug you. If I want to keep something, I don't want anybody to work with, unless you take off all my clothes. Unless you take off all my clothes, you can't.
So yes,
but it's important for those who are listening, especially young people who think, okay, it's another, rather than go pay 350 to go to Libya and go across the desert, maybe it's good for you to use football. They've done it in some other countries, but you don't want to do something like that in Russia. You don't want to try to Russia.
They're not gonna. They're not diplomatic. You can even see they're not diplomatic by nature.
Have you ever been there?
Oh no, I haven't.
Have you had dealings with the embassy?
I've had dealings with a lot of people that have been there.
Yes.
But I have not been there personally. I haven't had dealings.
Have you been to Russia? No, never. He said it very quickly. That was Evan's daddy. No. I to be honest with you, I would be very reluctant to go to. I'm not bringing them down or anything. Just like these days, I'm a bit reluctant to go to places, even places like Dubai and so on, because they're not too friendly. And heaven help you. Heaven help you if you get into trouble in a country where English is not the official language. Honestly. You won't find it funny.
And that's
why
tours are good. Like tour packages are good because there's more than one person. There's usually a guide to take you along, so you don't meet, and they can advise you on the latest information or security updates that you need to know.
So if you do go, stick to your group.
Yes, stick to your group.
Don't wander.
Don't experiment. It's not the place where you want to just randomly go to different places. Even Dubai, like you mentioned, there was a time that they arrested some diplomats because they were taking a picture of a building. To them, they were just taking a picture of a building and they saw that was beautiful. Yes. But it was the Ministry of Defense. And they arrested them, and they were diplomats. I'm not going to call which country, but they were diplomats. And they arrested them there was nothing anybody could say about that.
I know a lot of you out there might want to call in. The numbers are 0909217225. 2973. 0909 217 2973. And the other number is 0700 10000973. Now, if you have any inquiries, call now. Ignorance of the law, especially in a place like Russia, is no excuse. Is it? Oh, you want to say something?
Okay, yes, sir. No, when you're in Russia, you should hold all your documents. Because
what do you mean all your documents? Including your flight ticket?
Your fan ID and your passports.
Yes.
Should always
at
be
all times.
At all time. And always avoid isolation. Go in a group also.
Yes. What is crime like in that country? Because I hear the mafia there, they're so vicious. I wonder what crime is like.
The crime rate is not as bad as the media makes it seem.
Have you been to Russia?
I've never been there.
So how do you know?
Because I've been to Zimbabwe and
Zimbabwe is not Russia.
And no, the way the media portrays Zimbabwe is not the way it is when you go there.
The way they portray Lagos is not the way it is. You said not say it get as areas.
Okay, about the packages, the 3 million is the follow your team, which is a complete package of 14 nights, and you'll get the chance of watching all the Nigerian
14
matches.
Nights.
Yes, 14 nights.
That's not too bad.
Yes. So
me now.
The package starts from as low as 900,000 naira.
Okay.
You can watch the Nigeria-Argentina for as low as 900,000 naira.
Okay.
Including your flights on Emirates, your hotel accommodation, and then your transfer from Moscow to St. Petersburg, where the match is holding.
Does it include feeding?
Yes, it includes feeding.
Which morning, afternoon,
dinner? Breakfast and dinner.
What about the one in between?
The one in between is going to be you're going to be having the meal at the stadium before the match.
But the breakfast is buffet. All you can eat.
The breakfast is buffet. The dinner is buffet.
What you do is you go with the paper bag.
Just very light.
You go with the paper bag. You eat half and food half.
So, but the advantage of the total package is once you pay that amount, you get to stay there for 14 nights, and then all includes your flight ticket from Lagos to Moscow and then back to Lagos, and also includes the interstate flights. It's a chartered flight. There are the flights flying from each state from Moscow to the other states are actually sold out, or they're selling fast. So the business we do, we have a company that organizing chartered flights that is on
crossing that border very soon. Anyway, Madam is in a good mood. It's her birthday. I want to ask you, my daughter, who wants to share a room with me when we go. I want to ask you, because I tell you this. A lot of people, for example, who go to Dubai don't know that there are some restrictions on persons of the opposite sex, especially like in Dubai during Ramadan. You can't be caught with a woman in your room who is not either your wife or whatever. Now, in Russia, I think you need to advise people to be a bit careful also again with the Russian girls. Are you free to make friends with them? They become pen pals and Facebook friends and things like that.
It's not that you're not free to make friends with them, but
you know what I mean.
Yes,
now.
I understand what you mean, and I'll tell you to be 100% very, very careful. Yeah. Understand that you're in another land and their citizens are top priority. You are a visitor. In fact, you are a visitor and you are a stranger to them. So they would always take the word of their citizens over yours. So I would advise everybody to be of their best behavior. Russia is not a place. They are, like I would say, they are not diplomatic. They are not going to do things because it looks good and okay, let's just appear to be good. They don't have any interest in appearing to be good. Your advice
to all these football people is to hold body. because you might have agreed to, is it rupees they spend there?
Yes.
To an amount. When everything don't finish, your eye don't clear. The guy will ask for 3 times the amount, and you must
pay. Don't want to. Yes, you don't want to take the chance, and you will pay. And believe me, it is not your word against mine. It is their word is law. So try to be of best behavior, and like he said, and like you said before, avoid isolation. It's the best thing.
So, but I mean, so would they honor any if you had a pre-agreement? Say, okay, how much? Okay, can you please sign?
Oh, could Jimi, am I in that business? I don't know. But for tickets,
yes,
there are 3 categories of tickets. But I just want to tell people that there's also a 4th type of tickets that foreigners can use,
okay,
and that's the special access tickets.
What is a special access ticket?
It's a ticket that what they did was they set aside some areas for people with special needs, like people with disabilities or movement restrictions, or people like me that are obese or big or fat. So to say, if I'm allowed to say that.
You can describe yourself anyway. It's a free word. I didn't say it, you did.
Exactly. I'm just saying it because it is there's a pre-warning that you should please try to take those tickets. They've made special arrangements for people like that, and it's not a disadvantaged position. If you even look at the match, the stadium outline, it is not a disadvantaged position. So, and it is not expensive. It's the same price as the last category of tickets, so it's good to take advantage.
I mean, it's like when you go on the flight. I always like to book the diabetic meals because they're tastier.
Exactly.
I book the diabetic meals and then I've carried sugar along and I drink it all up. Okay, so that's important to know when you're booking your tickets. If you have any disability, you better take note of that because you might get yourself embarrassed.
Yes, exactly, and that's the point of raising it as well.
So, are you likely to go to Russia?
No, one, I'm not a football fan.
Okay,
and so there's no even need.
I think we have a call now. Hello, good afternoon. Hello,
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Why were you afraid to talk? Talk now.
Okay.
Who's calling?
This is Mr. Richard.
Okay.
I just want to know why is it that Russia is a country? I mean, it's a difficult country to be, but going to Nigeria is very easy for every nationality to be in Nigeria. Why is it so?
Okay, I'll tell you. Russia is not a difficult place to be, but you do know that when you go to other countries, you must fall in line with the things that they do there. It's not everything that you do in your country that is allowed in such places. 2, they don't speak English. And my experience with a lot of foreign travel is that when you do get to a country where English is not the main language that is spoken, you can have some difficulty. And then 3, the values are different. And I don't think the Russians should have any apology for it. It's not everybody that's going to be like you. Here, if it enter one way, hit George self, then you go settle. In some countries, it doesn't. In some countries, it doesn't work like that. I mean, the police want to arrest. Even if the police want to arrest somebody, the Queen cannot stop them.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, they will do their job.
Exactly.
If the police want to arrest somebody who is standing next to Trump, they will move Trump aside and get that person. It's only in Nigeria that you have all that kind of nonsense. Dustbin everywhere, all kinds of things. So every country has its own values and especially because they don't speak English, okay, and they don't necessarily have what I would call English values. That's why we're telling you to be. Of course, I know people who even studied in Russia. I know my uncle studied law in Russia, and there's nothing wrong with him. It's just like every other person. So we are not discouraging you. We're just trying to put you on alert. Some countries are very, very, their tolerance level is very low, and they're going to be under a lot of pressure during this World Cup. Especially, and I repeat it again, I would, on that day, if I hear said I catch you, I would say, I told you so. Especially those people who believe that they want to use it as a means of escape. It ain't gonna happen. You will hate yourself. It will be better for Sodom and Gomorrah on that day than it will be for you. We have another caller. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm very well, thank you. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday too.
Okay. My name is Joyce. I'm calling from Lekki, and my question goes to the gentleman who has been talking about the World Cup package.
Yes.
Okay. I learned of a company who has a package for about 1.6 million, and the package includes return flight tickets, accommodation, return airport transfers, breakfast, match, and all of that. Does the company have provisions for that or something less?
Yes, we do.
Well, you can't talk about his company because we wouldn't allow that. It'd be advertising.
No, okay, sorry.
So
we're just. Is there something like that for us who want to go and watch the match? Is there something cheaper aside from the 3 million he mentioned? Because it's quite high.
I will answer the question for him. The truth of the matter is this: if you want to go on this package, you shop around and look for the best package that suits you. I'm sorry, I can't allow him to speak, because if he does that, he definitely get a bill, a hefty one for that matter. We yeah, it's true. So you just shop around. What we're trying to do here is just to lay down the general guidelines. My advice is that there are many options. One of which even occurred to me. For example, if you are somebody who has some kind of access to get to Western Europe, like the UK or whatever, you might even get some. If you want to go through England, for example, you probably will get. Or if you want to go through France. But unfortunately, my friend here, Mr. Kato, says he's not going for the World Cup. I've just hopped along with him. Your dad doesn't want to, he's not going to the World Cup, so what do we do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
But do you like football? Do you like football? You watch it on TV?
Yes.
Who's your favorite club?
Huh?
Your favorite club? The club you like most? Should I say it in French?
No.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? No, that's not. Okay, we'll get it.
It's Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yes.
Which footballer do you like?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Very good. Give me 5. Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm James calling from Surrey.
Yes, sir, Uncle James.
For the benefit of the public, I want to agree with the people in the studio there who said Russia, they are not friendly at all. Because I had a relative who studied in Russia.
Sorry, sir, can you turn down your radio, the volume of your radio, so we can hear you well?
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Well?
Yes, now better, sir. Yes, sir.
A relative of mine who studied in Russia, I think University of Moscow, there was a time about 5 years ago, something happened, and for just seeing that you are black alone, they started attacking those people, just like what happened in South Africa. So people should be very careful about thinking they can just go there the way they sneak in there, the way they do to some other European country. So, and then secondly, I want to commend you for last week's program. So, because civil journalists like you, they are very, very scanty on few now. Yes. You sneeze there in Lagos, and within minutes, somebody caught cold in Abuja, Abuja. and she vehemently defended herself. And I noticed that was supposed to be an innocent children's program turned out to become a kind of altercation between two adults, and the children were helpless. That's where it goes, sir. Sign out of the program.
Thank you very much. But that's where it goes. You must, as a good journalist, you must be on alert all the time. When you see an opportunity, you grab it. So when is takeoff time for Russia? Let's ask the takeoff time is when?
Starts on the 14th
of June.
Yes.
When is the last time that you think any tour operator? When do you think a tour operator will close his counter, as it were?
By mid-May.
Really, that reason. So if you intend to go, you must go find a way to get your money by middle of May.
You should have paid at least 70% of your money by middle of May. Then it has covered your trip.
But you must be balanced before you go.
You will. You definitely will.
You can't book me down. Say, okay, when I come back.
It depends on the arrangements you have with the company dealing with it. So,
it's a pity. It's a pity that in Nigeria things that are so easy, because like my friend said, Mr. Chateau, I mean, in Europe there'll be options for you to pay over 12 months, 24 months.
And there should be. It's also there should
just be a credit check. I'm surprised that banks are not
exactly
offering.
What to say.
Actually, they are. But the only issue is it depends on the client. Most people might end up not wanting to pay the money. So you must have a proof of where you work or business you do.
All that,
you have
yes.
a bank account.
All that, yes, but I haven't seen.
Check,
I haven't seen.
Really, I don't know of any bank.
I haven't seen any bank advertising that.
Advertisement, yes.
I don't call it any bank yet, but there are banks who does that for the one of 1.5 million. That is Nigeria versus Argentina.
Do you have to bank with them for you to do it?
Yes, you need to have an account with them. Okay. You need to have an account with them.
Can it be a fresh account? Can you open an account?
Yes, it could be a fresh account.
There are some banks that do
salary accounts.
There are some banks that do asset financing, and I think there are some banks that do like some kind of marriage arrangements. If you want to do, I would love to know if there are banks who. If any of the bank PR people is around, you can call in to say, "I sir, we do," but I don't know of any. Do you know of any?
I don't know of any.
I will ask him.
Don't worry, I'm not going to call any bank today or anyone's name.
And I would just like to say that those that are doing their own arrangement.
Yes.
This is the last time, from 18th of April, is the last window to.
If you want to go
buy
privately,
your ticket, yes, your match ticket.
But you can buy it on the black market.
Well, you can buy it on the black market, but
the big boys will do it.
You can buy it on the black market.
I can tell you, if Nigerian gets to the semi-finals, there are enough big boys in this town. If you make it 10 million,
exactly, that we pay for.
There are some who don't even watch football, but to make that point that yes, you know.
But remember
maybe now is the time. I'm not going to criticize the sports minister about the way he dresses until after the World Cup. Maybe the Lord will smile on him and tell him that this troublesome journalist, I better just take him along with me.
Exactly, you know.
I won't criticize him. He can wear all manners of beret. He can wear red, black, blue, wear anything that he likes. Who else? Now, I need to endorse a politician.
And then think of a bank too that you can.
No, a bank. If they bring the tickets there, the likes of Joseph Faulkner will take the tickets from me. But I need to endorse a politician. If you endorse Buhari, it's a waste of time.
There's no need.
Because Buhari will just say thank you very much.
Exactly, I heard there's no need.
Thank you very much. I don't.
but you can actually still get if Nigeria makes it to the round of 16 and also makes it to the quarterfinal and semi-final, you can actually buy your tickets after.
Yes, you can.
It doesn't mean you can buy it now.
Yes, it's just that it's good to get in. And one, it's cheaper. Two, you have more time to prepare to get your fan ID, because don't forget, it is your ticket number that you're going to use to get the permit to enter the country. So the whole process, and it's not immediate. It's not like you ask immediately.
Are there any immigration exceptions? Like if you have a British passport, American passport?
No, none.
No, you don't want to go to Russia now with an American passport.
No, not.
You don't want to go now. You could be expelled immediately.
Even with a British passport, I think it's even worse with a British passport.
Oh, even now, yes. Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the tip. I know that. My last caller. Good afternoon.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes. How are you?
This is fine. This is Ifoma calling from Isolo.
Are you Ifoma or Uhuama?
Ifoma.
Okay.
Yes, I have 2 questions to ask you, please.
Yes,
I want to know if the cost for the adult is the same for the child, because I have a family.
That's a good one.
4, me and my husband and my 2 kids.
4 of you are going.
Yes, we intend traveling for the World Cup. So I want to know if the cost, at least for the child, will be different from the adult.
Okay.
Secondly, I want to know if there will be a room for the Russia English speaking guide to assist us on the Russia language of a team. So thirdly, I want to find the address of the presenter.
You can't get the address.
Yes, because I didn't hear when they mentioned the address of the place or the contact address or phone number that we need to contact them for the booking. If
you will take me along with you, if you guarantee me that I will be part of the package. but we can't announce that. We are not allowed to. But it will still answer. Do you have? So how much are the packages for children? Is it half rate or what?
For child pays 75% of the adult fare for flights. Then for accommodation, kids below 2 they don't pay at all, and then kids from 2 to 18 they pay half of the adult price. So in total, if you're going with a child and you want to watch one match, with a child you pay as much as 2 million naira for just one match, and includes the flight tickets, a city tour in Moscow, and also the city tour in where Nigeria is
and
playing
all
the
other
full.
things.
Yes, and also the meals.
Okay. Now, last question, last point is, sometimes when you travel, they tell you that we are going to board people with disability and those with children. Then sometimes you find the Nigerian with an 18-year-old, 18-year-old, 6-footer, and they say, Madam, you say, no, it's my child. So children means what? What is the age limit for children?
Mm-hmm. It's from 11 years, 11 months down to 2.
So he qualifies?
Yes, he qualifies.
You heard that? You qualify?
Disqualify. I don't know what it means qualify.
Okay, I'll tell you after the program, okay?
Okay. Tell me after, not now.
No, I won't tell you now. So that's where we'll end today. Thank you very much for coming, and Oma. Thank you very much. Next week, we are going to have, you remember, is Monday to Friday, is Front Page News, 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. Morning Digest is on break for 2 weeks because I'm taking a 2-week vacation. I'll be here with you, but no tweets, no Facebook, nothing. I just want to chill, just sleep and chill. So from my birthday tomorrow, I'm on vacation. My phones will be switched off. Don't want to be disturbed by friend or foe. But by the time I come back, when I do come back, the discourse will now move into the political realm. And that's where the fun starts. Because I have a lot of politicians on my neck. And I think that we'll start taking them on now. Let's see what the politicians have for us. I'd like to thank Evans Daddy for bringing him. Thank you very, very much. I've had a very nice time with him. He's my new friend, Evans. Evans, you want to say good night to everybody?
Yes.
Say goodbye to them.
Goodbye.
Don't you want to say anything else to them?
Over.
Tell them who your best friend is.
My best friend is.
Go on now.
My best friend is Jimi. Because I like when I hear him when I go to school and I hear him, I like him.
Oh,
so cute. That's why he's my friend.
Really cute.
Okay, very cute. So that's where we'll end it for today.
Bye.
And I hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.
That's it on The Discourse with Jimi Disu. Brought to you by MTN.
Classic FM 97.3.
We've got you covered 24/7.
Songs to die for.
Check them out now.
Classic FM 97.3, playing every song you know.